Hey YouTube, it's Brandon with High Gear Transmissions. It's a new year, it's 2020, and I'm really excited to talk about a new product that we've had in development for a little while. We've been calling it the awesome G56 case. Stay tuned, and we're going to go over all of the different features that make this case far superior to its predecessor, the factory G56 case. Okay, so what makes the awesome G56 case superior to its predecessor? Well, for starters, it's increased in weight by 20%. The awesome G56 case weighs 40 pounds, whereas the previous case only weighs 32 pounds. That extra weight has been distributed mostly evenly, but in a few areas has been reinforced to make this case a lot stronger, to keep it from flexing as much, cracking and breaking the way that the old cases used to do. So, as we're looking at the front, if we compare the shifter port, the little detent plugs, to our awesome G56 case, right off the top, you can see that this is a lot thicker, a lot stronger, versus the shifter port on the old case. Likewise, where the detents go here for the fork assembly, it's a lot thicker and a lot stronger. Now, this rib right here running down the front is increased strength. There's also a rib running down the back. And the bell housing ventilation port right here is smaller, and the reinforcement for it is a lot thicker. Whereas on the old case, the ventilation port is easily twice as big, and the reinforcement is not nearly as thick. There's also not that reinforcement going all the way down the front like there is on the awesome G56 case. Now on the side here, the PTO port, where the cover goes, you can see it's a lot thicker than the old case. The fill port, where the fill plug goes, is a lot thicker. So when you're hammering your fill plug in with a 1/2 inch impact, you're going to be a lot less likely to crack and break this when you're running that fill plug in there. Also, the torque bolt for the fork assembly, it's also got more ribs around it. They're also thicker than the previous ribs, whereas we had 3 here. We've got 6 on this one. It's also a lot thicker. It's not as skinny as the original one. This is a main stress area. When people are running that torque bolt in there, it happens to crack and break along this area. Now, along the front of the bell housing where it bolts up to the motor, you'll see that it's a lot thicker on this case than it is on the OE case. That is a much more improved. And the bell housing overall is thicker. Now, on the inside, you'll be able to see that all the ribs, all the reinforcement on the inside is thicker and bigger than the old case. Also on the back, we've got the rib that runs all the way down the center, all the way down. Another nice feature of this case versus this case is you don't have these 2 tabs right here. So if you're trying to rebuild your own unit, it's going to sit flat, whereas on the old case, it's going to have a tendency to roll. That doesn't seem like much, but if you're a builder and you're trying to build it, that can be very frustrating. Now, moving along to the inside, right here you can see this is where the front cluster bearing goes. And you can see how it's all blown out right here. On the awesome G56 case, that area where that bearing race goes is a lot thicker. It's a lot stronger and a lot less likely to be blown out. Now this particular has been blown out. This is not because the unit was run low of oil or anything like that. It's just a common failure point because it's not made strong enough. Another issue with the main G56 case from the factory is it has a tendency to crack. Now on this bell housing here, you can see where it cracked. This bell housing flexes under heavy load and heavy torque and will crack. This one's cracked and broken. We see a lot of them like that are cracked and broken. This one has been blown out. You can see here where the clutch has been eaten up and blown that case out. This case, for our awesome G56 case, the whole bell housing area is a lot thicker and a lot less likely to blow out like that. Now, this case you can see again another issue of the cluster shaft area being blown out. Now over on this case, if we look inside here, we can see that something has come loose with the clutch, started wearing this circular pattern to the inside of the bell housing. It's even eaten through the case in some areas, all the way around. Now, I mean, if you look at that case really isn't that thick. And I can't keep your clutch from coming apart, but I can promise you that it will have a lot more meat to go through with this new awesome G56 case. So it'll have a lot more meat to go through, a lot more time before some sort of catastrophic failure of the main case. Also, while we're here, I want to take a moment to take a look at this ventilation port, how much bigger it is on the OE case versus on this new awesome G56 case. Alright, so this is the product that we have in stock right now, ready to go. If it's something you're interested in, you can contact us at High Gear. My name is Brandon. 901-278-0090 is our phone number. highgear1.com I think is our website. Just check us out, give us a call. If you like this video, please click subscribe and let us know what you think about it in the comments. Thanks for watching.